We're going to get started on building this landscape, kind of your first practice tools with making a scene using the pen tool. So create new, and default 8.5 by 11 is just fine for this. So create new, and there's the document. I'm going to place the landscape picture in. So I have a photo or a screenshot on my desktop that I'm going to place. I'm just going to put it over here on the pasteboard. All right, so now I'm going to start thinking about how I can build this, and the best and easiest way would be to build it from the back moving forward. So the thing that's in the furthest in the back is the sky. So I'm just going to make the rectangle for the whole landscape, and then I can lay over everything else on top of it. So I want this to go from a blue to a really light blue sky, and we want it to be a gradient. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill it with a default gradient tool or gradient swatch, and then I can use the gradient tool over here in the swatch or tools palette, and I can stretch the gradient any direction that I want. And there's too many gradient colors in this one. I just want two. So you can customize the gradient. So to do that, pull up the gradient palette, and I can just select those and delete them, and then I can double click on a single swatch and I can change the color. So if you want to pull a color from the swatch palette, just click on the swatches, and then I want this one to be white or light blue, and then from there I can, so then I've got my swatch kind of defined. And then I can also save the swatch, so I can drag this gradient swatch into my swatches palette. But I want to kind of play with the stretch of the logo. I want it to blend nicely, and I want it to be fairly light blue. Here we go. So that's what I do for the background. The next thing is the clouds. You can make the clouds any shapes. Clouds come in all shapes and sizes. I could just simply take the ellipse tool and just make some circles and fill them in white and just copy and paste and just keep building a cloud this way. So you could build clouds like that. You could also take your pen tool and you could draw the clouds. So click, hold, and drag to create a new curve. Click, hold, and drag. Want to go to the top, click, hold, and drag. Click, hold, and drag. Okay, so there's another cloud. I could also, let's see, make that one smaller. I could also make my clouds look really wispy, and so I could take the pen tool and I could just kind of make them look very wispy looking. So lots of different ways you could make a cloud. Once you kind of make the style that you want, you can copy and paste it. So I'm going to group these. So copy, paste. Maybe this one I rotate on its side. Maybe make it smaller so they don't all look exactly the same. Maybe it overlaps that one. Okay, so you make your clouds, right? All right, so now you're ready for the next step.